44,000. 100,000, 44,000. 100,000, 44,000. 100,000, 44,000.
So, Shalom Israel. We are starting our new show, which is ISBHPK, the news. And once again, we have the killers with us, right? Right. So we got Priest Sahawan Mayam, Priest Arya, Priest Lakamana, Priest Kwatazat, and I am Priest Kazakia. Okay, and we're gonna be here. We're gonna be touching on different topics. We're gonna be talking about the trending topics, the most updated things, the filthy things, and we're gonna get everybody to give their spiritual input on that, and hopefully edify the brothers and sisters out there. So, with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's go into today's topic, what we're going to be talking about, which is, the terrorist attacks in Brussels, right?
Right.
We definitely have to talk about that because, I think it's a sign of the time, and the Most High is showing more and more that it's getting closer. A lot of people don't see that. It's getting closer, that the Most High is waking a lot of Israelites through the four corners of the earth. But America, these other kings and kingdoms, because you're like, well, it's not America. Well, it is. Because all these other kings, they sit with the whore, like we go over class all the time, and they fornicate with her all the time. So, we're going to talk about that. I want to start us off with a scripture, and then everybody else, we can start firing in on this topic. I want to start out with Job 18 and 11 real quick. And somebody get that for me real quick, and let's talk about this.
Job chapter 18 and verse 11.
Right.
Terrors shall make him afraid of every side.
Yeah, and that period, point blank, straight to the point that, when you look at all these kings that fornicate with America, the Most High has the crazy man, right?
Right.
This Arab man bringing him down everywhere he steps into,
Right.
So
this ain't a coincidence. This ain't something that's just popping up and it's just happening.
Right.
These are already prophecies and things that have been put out there by the Most High in the scriptures.
Yeah, Christ said these things is going to happen. In the last days, it's going to be wars and rumors of wars. So it's not something we shouldn't expect. This is something we should have already known 2,000 years ago, that these things were going to pop up.
Right.
Everybody's acting shocked now. We've been teaching that Brussels was one of the 10 horns.
Right.
Revelations break it down.
Right.
It's one of the 10 horns. So this is supposed to happen to them.
Right.
It's supposed to happen to a lot of these people.
Right.
But if you look at the people who are actually doing the work of the Most High, right? If you go to Isaiah 54:14, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says, in righteousness shalt thou be established, and thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. So basically, if you're doing the work of the Most High,
You ain't got nothing to worry
you ain't got nothing to worry about.
You're at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah, because this is going to strike fear in the ones that are not covered, by the angels, by the Most High. And, the only ones that should fear is that they're not busy. They don't got their head dug into the scriptures and feeding the flock of the Most
I'm
High.
not doing the work.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing the work, you'll be at the right place. You'll be doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. But little by little, listen, the Most High is going to reveal to the ones that are woke that He's coming and it's getting closer. So
I'm actually glad it happened. You can say what you want, out there. I'll be the bad guy, but screw Brussels, man. They haven't done nothing for our people. When you read into their contributions, they actually helped with getting us into slavery.
Wow.
They actually were one of the countries that helped fund some of these slave ships and everything. So there's no real love lost.
Right.
When I see the Brussels got attacked, you get what you deserve.
Right.
It's like the France attack, the same thing.
Right, Paris.
Paris.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. And it's not going to stop. That's what a lot of people don't understand, that the Most High is not going to let up on these kingdoms because their time is drawing shorter and shorter. And the scripture says, except those days be short, we be as Sodom and Egypt. And
already in Sodom.
Right. Yeah, America is like the pinnacle of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And just off of what he said, because of their track record, Brussels' track record, right? In Habakkuk 2:12, it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity.
Right, right.
You see that? So you get what you're going to sow what you reap.
Right.
You're going to get that.
Yeah, Leviticus, you gotta, if a man steals a man and sells him, you know what I mean? They're part of that. He should be put to death. So Brussels is getting what the scriptures prescribe for their situation.
Right. Yeah, and I got one to add to that also, but everybody, everybody's always hurting when these things go down. Everybody's always panicking and they want to seek God. Then, when the terrorist attacks hit New York, when all these terrorist attacks, we keep telling Israel, it's not going to stop. The white man and a lot of people make it seem like, our people too, the so-called Negro, they make it seem like the Bible's a comic book and it's not real. So these are the things that we got to take into account, and Israel has to keep keep in the forefront of their mind. But I'm going to read this as Job 4 verse 9. It says verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So that's a constant theme of the scriptures. You reap what you sow. And that's all across the board. The so-called black man, when we were disobedient, the Most High punished us. All these other nations, they're not following the laws of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High punished them. It says, verse 9, by the blast of God, they perish. So when you look at these images and you look at all the things that's going on out there in these other countries, it's not going to let up. It says, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. So, yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till our people start getting on Facebook and social media with the flags and everything, the Belgian flag.
Right.
Most of you have had so much as a Belgian waffle, you don't even know. It's ridiculous, man. You can't wait to see the ignorance of our people, man. They're gonna start praying for Brussels,
right,
and laugh at us when we start teaching the truth on the corners,
right.
I mean, we went to the, took away the excuse. We're not in the garments like we are in the cables.
Right.
So we're in our regular clothes. Now it's going to be because, you say God bless Brussels.
Right.
I mean, niggas don't eat Brussels sprouts.
Just to take it from a different angle, pay attention to how many of us are being killed in America.
Right.
How many of our kids are being killed in America. Right. A lot of these things that, just to take it from a different angle and look at, a lot of what they call these conspiracy theories, they're saying that America could be falsifying a lot of these things that's happening to build up the great.
That's another way we got to look at this too. This could be just another avenue to bring in their military, to get Apple to break open the iPhone. Remember the terrorists? That's what we didn't get.
We're going to get lumped in with the conspiracy theorists, though.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
it's there.
Listen, you got Zionist authors that brought it up in the 90s that ISIS been around since the 90s.
Right.
Now, Boston, the same bombing happened in Boston. The same thing with the Sandy Hook with the school.
Right.
I'm saying it's fake.
I'm saying that.
No, you know what? You know what though? Let me say this. When you deal with these terrorists, right? Well, let's go back to the magicians in Egypt.
Right.
Moses threw his rod down. They threw their rod down. So you're going to get that.
Right.
You're going to get people that, or the governments that the Most High throw his rod down, and they come back and they try to throw their rod down.
Right. Well, when you get
you're going to get that.
Listen, when you get a chance, you look up Brian Lamb. He's from C-SPAN News. And he brought this out in 1990, that ISIS was made by the CIA. So anything that CNN or MSNBC brings out about ISIS, 9 times out of 10 is false.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, absolutely.
But we saw Trayvon Martin on CNN. We saw Eric Garner on CNN.
Right.
Were these things staged too?
Right. But I'm saying that's why I think the timing of these bombings is to take our minds off of what's happening
Right.
in America.
That Trump is going to be the guy that blows up America.
Right. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
I keep saying it, man. I hope he does, because you know.
real quick.
I could definitely see that as another angle. Take our minds off of who's going to be elected. You know, what I mean, we only have these two idiot choices of Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Because we're focused on Brussels right now.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how they always do it. So they always give us something over here to distract us over here.
Yeah.
A law passed over here. Somebody gets killed here.
Right.
A law gets passed there, and we don't even know it.
Right. That's true.
We too been watching
Yeah.
Super Bowls and playoffs.
Right.
And then
War
we got
shows.
these people passing these laws out to where before you know it, they'll be able to come in our houses and kill us on the couch like they've been doing.
Right.
And they won't have to fill out no paperwork.
They don't need warrants anymore.
No.
That's how you know it's a conspiracy against us. It has nothing to do with these other countries. But like you said in the beginning, the Most High setting all this up so America can be brought down.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's why, you know, we wanted to hit a lot of these topics. You know, and we got to hit a lot more topics, man, dealing with these things. You know, so we want you brothers and sisters to make sure you keep tuning in to our news. It's going to happen every week. Okay, we're going to happen every week and talk about different various topics. So share this, like it, subscribe it, get it out there. I got one to add with y'all. This is Proverbs 4 verse 7. It says here, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where will the righteous ever cut off?"
Right.
You know, so I know people are yearning and crying and all these things, but people got to understand that the Most High is doing His job. You know.
And again, if you're doing the work of the Most High, you don't have to worry about these type of things.
Right.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
It says, "For the rulers are not a terror to good works." You see that?
Yeah, whether they're kicking in your door or pulling you out of the car, right? You got to keep your hand out of that evil.
Right. Exactly.
And then also you got to pay attention to Job 13 and 4. It says that ye are forgers of lies.
All right.
The things that America
What was that?
promotes. That's Job. You can't believe everything you see, man. America's setting up things to preoccupy our minds, man. And we got to pay attention to the scriptures and not the news.
Right.
Because the prophecies are in the scriptures. They are not in the news.
Right.
What's coming is the events of what America has done, but at the end result, it's all in the Bible.
Right.
From the fish washing up to the animals dying to everything is going to come.
You know what? That's a good point, because a lot of the news is always mixed. It's always has just what he just brought out. It's always has a different agenda behind it. And sometimes when you're looking at it narrowly, then you don't see what could be happening behind the doors.
And I'm going to always bring up CNN and MSNBC because they're the two co-conspirators that push lies. Yeah. They're constantly putting these images out there that when you actually do the homework on it, it's not true.
Yeah, you know what's funny that you say that is that, I used to watch Fox. And then I realized that these some racist ass bastards. But here's the thing. Hey, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. They give you CNN and MSN, right? Okay, if Fox ain't your thing, then I'm gonna give you something else.
It's the same thing.
But it's the same thing. But they give you a different perspective, right? Not the same angle, but it's gonna still do what the magician's supposed to be doing, which is getting your damn hand.
Yeah, what this means is with all this knowledge being brought out, or with all this knowledge and information that's available to people, nobody sees all these signs according to the Bible. This is like the one book that they're clueless about. Like they can say, oh, this is like this show I watched.
Right.
You know, they can say, oh, this is like House of Cards or Wag the Dog, and you can equate it to all these movies, but nobody's seeing that Christ prophesied this way before that.
There you go.
And all these things are happening according to the Bible.
Wait, so the Bible's not a comic book?
Right.
You know,
And this ain't a movie.
Yeah.
It's not a movie.
This is happening.
This is real.
This real life.
This is happening. Why everybody's running around acting like the Most High God ain't putting their ass to death. Right. He ain't bringing this country down. You're in your everyday job. You're in your everyday work, and you don't realize what's going on. It's happening.
And you know why I'm bringing this out is because you got people like Alex Jones. A lot of them very knowledgeable. You got people like these CNN and all these people that are very knowledgeable about all these different forms of literature.
Right.
Nobody's saying this is in the Bible right here. None of them are saying that because Alex Jones is a puppet just like everybody else. He's talking about what's going on over here and making his complaint for that left hand side.
Right.
And then the CNN and NBC are drumming up the terror for everybody and making you afraid of everything. So you're either going to turn to conspiracy theory or you're going to turn to so-called facts.
Right.
And neither one of them are you going to steer you to the scriptures. So you just I'm distracted.
Yeah.
Right. And nothing's steering you toward the fact that, and that's why we're doing this.
Right.
We got to show that this is all prophesied. It's all in the Bible.
You start doing that, you start making the Bible real, then you got to start putting it back in school. You got to connect that.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
They got to acknowledge Christ is black. They got to
keep our kids poor.
Right. They have to go through all these things and change what they went back on. They're not going to do that.
And I like how you said that. They keep putting these things out there so that the focus ain't on the scriptures.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got all these smokes and you got all these wires going on over here.
Right.
But the whole time your spirit's not getting fed.
Mm-hmm.
So you get home, you rush home to get the news. You go home, you get this, you want to know what happened here, you want to know what happened here.
It keeps you occupied with stupidity.
But we have so much other media going on other than pushing what's real as far as the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
That it's easy to just get caught up in the BTs and the sports, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was like the biggest thing, the Oscars.
Yeah, Oscars.
Because there wasn't a black
person, but what was going on behind the scenes.
What was going on behind the scenes, and then before that it was the tranny. It's always a distraction to our people. He brought out the best point in here, I think, is that they don't bring it back to the scriptures. Alex Jones, they're fighting for a cause, but their cause is obscured because they don't have this.
There's no foundation.
Because everybody wants this freedom, but they don't understand that the freedom, the freedom of oppression is going to come through the scriptures.
Right.
Is going to come. The Muslims think is going to come by blowing everybody up. Right. The Americans think that's going to come by voting.
Assuming it's the Muslims.
Assuming it's the Muslims. Well, a lot of these cats are crazy as hell.
Well,
come on now. Listen, the scripture says the wild man, right? So, but the point is that these other people, man, these other people that are seeking for justice and truth and so-called righteousness, they don't understand. We were just talking about the Young Turks. They bring out valid points, but it don't come right back to this.
Right. Nope, they're never saying that. That's right there. That's right here.
Yeah.
That's why, like the scripture say, where there's no vision, the people perish. Their dream has no, or their agenda has no long-term vision. They see, we're going through this, but how do we fix it?
And they don't want to admit that the Most High is in control of it.
There you go.
That's the whole point.
There you go.
He's doing it.
That takes all
he can take you out of it.
That takes all the followers off of the Young Turks and
There you
puts it
go.
up. Takes it off of Alex Jones and it puts it in the scripture.
But if you actually applied this, then you would know the beginning and the end. The story wouldn't be a surprise to you.
Right.
You would already know. Okay, America got to fall for being wicked. Everybody supporting America got to fall for being wicked.
And it takes control away from the people
that's causing chaos.
Control.
Right.
And the Most High is in control. How can a man control anything?
Right.
You know what I love the most though is that they seem to be bombing a lot of rich white cities. That's what.
Oh yeah. Belgium got money.
Wherever I go, that's true. Wherever we go, we're going to broke neighborhoods. To our people,
that's very true.
Right. He's bombing the
Fifth Ward.
Right.
I'm gonna take it right back to the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
There we go.
Say this: why on TV is 35 people dead, but when you do your homework, it's only 2? And then you're seeing the same people. If you pay attention, a lot of the same actors, you might see them in the same situations. The last bomb happened. You see this person here, just like they showed certain people that were killed supposedly here, show up over here. So you got to pay attention to the facts.
Like you said, they're actors.
Yeah, because these are people.
That's why the scripture said it was rumors of war.
But it's like that news lady that the guy ran up on and he pulled a gun and shot her.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a hoax.
Yeah.
So you got to remember, why is America trying to get these things out here?
Yeah,
it wasn't even real.
It wasn't
Because the text messages that went along with what was going on.
I gotta check into that, man.
The one that was
Listen, I would just say this. You can't believe everything on YouTube, man, because there's so many. it's like you said, the conspiracy theorists. Listen, we know this. The hand of the Most High is going to be against them.
Right.
So we can't discount the fact that they're going to get their ass whipped.
And that's the perfect point, is that Christ covered both of that. He said there's wars and rumors of war. So whether it's conspiracy theory, whether it's actual going on, Christ covered both of them. Right.
This is one scripture I put, going over the trumpets class. It says here, this is Amos 5, verse 18. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It says here, as a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned upon his hand upon the wall, and a serpent bit him. That you're not going to escape.
Especially for those wicked cats that act like, well, when I see Christ coming, that's when I'll apologize. That's when I'll get right. No, you're desiring the day that the Christ is going to be coming to kill you.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not coming to okay, you apologize at the last minute. Well, since you're sorry, you know what I mean? We'll hold back. We'll take the 20 million angels back to the fourth dimension.
Right.
We'll leave you alone. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to go down like that.
That's why in Isaiah 55:6, it says, "Seek the Lord." It says, "Seek the Lord while He may be found. Call upon Him while He is near."
Right.
You see that? This time, all this tribulation, all these rumors of war, all this is a sign for you to wake the hell up.
Message.
Call on the Most High right now,
Right.
because you already see what's happening in Amos.
Because the righteous, we can desire the day of the Lord.
Right.
We want to see Brussels blow up, Paris blow up.
He said this is the patient and faith of the saints.
Right.
When you go to Revelation 13:92.
Leave the captivity, well, be led to captivity.
Right. This is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this kingdom to fall. But we have to make sure we're right as it is falling.
Right.
And in the right mind and in the right spirit.
So that means you can't hide in the churches. Everybody, like when 9/11 happened, everybody ran to churches. They thought that was going to be the answer.
Church
is not the answer.
Yeah.
Hiding in the churches and
Their pockets cut.
and trying to pay off God with your tithes. It's not going to help.
It's not going to help.
You got to get in this book. You got to understand that the Most High got a set design. You got to follow.
You got to start using this word and applying it in your life, because that's the only thing that's going to keep those death angels from you.
That's book.
It's the stability of our time.
That's what?
That's book.
1 Thessalonians 5:5. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Yeah.
For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. So, it's just, I like the analogy the scriptures use, drunken, because that's how everybody wants to avoid this.
Right.
I'm going to get drunk, I'm going to get high, I'm going to do something else to get out of my head. The world is ending. Let me say this right. His world is ending.
Right. Even like you said, being drunk, being under the influence of something else. You want to have everything. You want to have your mind on everything else,
Right.
except for what the scriptures tell you.
Right.
So now you're letting other things like you said, getting high, getting faded, or just politics and voting,
or just straight up avoiding it. I'm gonna act like it's not happening. That's the problem right there.
Can't sleep at all.
The ostrich syndrome. You're going to bury your head in the head of the
Yeah.
The lion's not approaching.
Yeah. So, we got a few more minutes, and we want to bring up anything more about this subject.
I like the points that he's bringing out, that the righteous don't have to fear these things. That we don't have to worry about it. Because when you're watching these news channels, you're gonna flip it. You're gonna hear Fox News say terror 30 million times.
Right.
CNN's gonna say terrorist 30 million times.
Right.
Every sentence and everything is gonna be ended with terror, terror, terror.
Right. Right.
These are not something that the righteous have to fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they say that to put it in your brain that you have something to actually be afraid of.
Right.
And most people that they push this aside, you do have something to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any comfort of the scriptures, like it tells you in Romans 15:4.
Yes, sir.
You don't have the patience of the scriptures, so all you can do is run around like a chicken with your head cut off, while Fox News, Alex Jones, and everybody else bounces you around from one opinion to the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without any kind of stability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're talking about Isaiah 33:6.
Right.
There's nothing to stabilize you to keep you thinking, okay, this is how I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can keep calm, right?
Yeah.
I can keep calm and let the bombs drop where they may.
Mm-hmm.
I got one just to go along with that.
Yeah.
One of the most famous scriptures, what is this? Isaiah 54:17.
Uh-huh.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. That right there says it all. That's the Most High saying nothing can hurt you with me.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And if you trust in the Lord, right, you got Psalms 112 and 6 and 7, right? It says, surely he shall not be moved forever. The righteous shall be in everlasting remembrance. Verse 7. He shall not be afraid of evil tidings.
Well, since we going there, I got one. This is Ezekiel 94. Because just right showing what y'all pulling, the righteous shouldn't have to fear. But check this out. Oh, you go ahead and finish.
Let me finish. You shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord.
Ezekiel 94. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of men that sigh and cry. For all the abominations done in the midst thereof. Who's crying for all the filth and the corruption and the lies? The righteous. He says, and to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. And this is the thing that it comes back to this. The ones that are sighing or crying is not joined up holding hands with America. They don't have the mark of the beast in their mind. They don't have the mark of the beast in their hand. You know what I mean? We don't want nothing to do with that. But everybody else is joined up. They're united. They're praying. You're praying against what the Most High wants.
Right. Those that are actually doing it, that are doing the tragedies to the people and that are creating these chaotic things. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. So if you bring destruction and death, that's what's coming to you.
That's what's coming. And a lot of these countries, you know, they're joining up with America off of false pretense and bombing and killing off of false pretense. It's really not what they're claiming, and that's why this crazy guy is, the crazy Arabs that are doing it, they're coming back, man. They're not just going out like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm with both. I'm kind of on this side with the conspiracy theory. You know, I watch a few of these ISIS videos, these so-called ISIS members.
Yeah. There's a lot of CIA, no doubt.
Yeah.
And remember, you can go and you can see it. It came out in the 90s. 1993, they brought out ISIS. It's a CIA investigation. It's actually a part of what's known as Israeli intelligence community. It's called the Mossad. Over there in the Middle East, it's called the Mossad. But it's actually the CIA that invented it.
Yeah, we know that. They got their hand in everything.
So they didn't just pop up with this hate group there. It's coming over here to us.
Listen, after ISIS is done, listen, remember it was Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
Now it's ISIS. Listen, it's going to be something else after that. As soon as they create a war to go kill ISIS again.
Watch the fourth season of House of Cards. You're going to see all this play out before.
Oh, you giving it away now. No, yeah.
That's their script.
Well, brothers. We are out of time. We're not going to take this too long, brothers and sisters. Look out for us every week. We're going to be talking about the trending topics. We're going to be talking about, the filth and disgust of America. We're going to be talking about the injustice. Yeah. We're going to be talking about the things that happen to you in your everyday life that needs to be talked about. And we're coming this time, with this show, we're going to be coming from a lot of different perspectives, but everybody coming from one, really, which is the spirit. So with that, we thank you for tuning in to ISBHPK The News, and we'd like to say shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah.